Alright, I think we are live. Well, good evening, everybody. I want to make sure that we are live and that we are up and running for tonight. This is the first episode of 2017. Welcome! I just want to pull up guiding. It has been a while since the last time I've been out here and actually streaming. The last time I made an episode was August 10th. So bear with me, we have new equipment since the last time I was out. I now have the Celestron AVX, as it is a little bit better than the CG5 that I had before. I still have the same cameras. I have the QHY, and then I also have the Orion G3, which there was a couple of times where the Orion G3 did not work. But we're good to go with that. A couple of new things on here. You can now see my face. You can also see the setup. Myself is on the bottom left, and on the bottom right, which is right over here, or there somewhere, it's on the bottom right of your actual screen is my actual setup. Now, I have the webcam out there, but I don't have lights. So you really can't see it in the dark. I will get some red lights out there so that way you can see my setup and watch it move and everything. I had a vision, didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. But we'll get there. We will get there in time. It's a lot better than what I had before, so give it some time. So right now what I'm doing is I just want to see where we are on here. Where are we? Okay, we're over there, but we should be on Mizar. We're a little bit off, but that's okay. Mizar. Let me zoom in here. I'll just use this instead. Okay, and then we will center. Perfect. And then we will sync. Okay, so there we go. So now we're synced on to Mizar, so we're good to go with that. Tonight, I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight. I didn't really think about it. Of what to do. It is Galaxy season, as we are heading into the middle of April, going into May. So we have a lot of Galaxies that are up. The Whirlpool, as you can see, the Pinwheel, M40, M106. I'll move this out of the way so you can see it more. M63, which is the Sunflower, the Cat's Eye, and then if you go down lower here, you're going to be able to see a couple more. Hercules is a cluster. M92 is another cluster. So there are, and then of course, then you have Markarian's Chain, which is over here. You have a whole bunch of galaxies, and then you have the Leo Triplet over there. So there's a lot of galaxies, not many nebula. April, May, and June is not a nebula kind of season. When you hit into July, August, and September, that's when you're going to start getting into the Lagoon, the Eagle, the Trifid. You're going to get North American Nebula. You're going to get the Satyr Complex, the Veil. All of that in there. So tonight, I think we're going to give it a shot with the Whirlpool just to see how good we are with the Go 2. I think we should be in good shape. I did do a lot of tests with this new mount over I would say the last couple of months. Just getting everything set up and everything ready to go. Oh, wrong way. So again, this is a Go 2. And I have this connected through the actual Celestron AVX mount as it's computerized. So I can actually move the mount without even going outside. Everything is all computerized. So I don't have to worry about anything. Everything is all strapped down. Everything is all tight. So that way nothing gets tangled. Nothing, is bad. So we should be good to go. If there was enough light out there, you'd be able to see the actual mount moving from left to right or going back and forth, but unfortunately I don't have that yet, so that will take some time. So a little bit of time, but I think we'll be okay. I'm going to probably be going to the store probably tomorrow or in the next couple of days to get some red LED lights. Not bright, so I don't want to ruin the actual images. I don't want to ruin anything, but I just want to make sure that you can actually see the setup. It is clear tomorrow night, so I will be back out here tomorrow. So we should be in good shape. And actually, we're right where we need to be. Let me just move this to 10 seconds. Let me just pull that up, and while I'm waiting for that, I'll get the guider ready. Move that over here. Move that over down here. Yep, that's it right there. So we're right where we need to be, so that is great. So color, yes, connect. It's all connected. Fantastic. We'll see where we stand for guiding. Got a couple of good stars. Good. I'll say that one's a pretty good star. So I've already aligned the telescope, already got everything all set up. Did that 10 minutes prior. I will edit this, so everybody who's watching this live, you will get the condensed version probably Sunday, maybe Monday, the condensed version. Probably going to go about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes live, and then condense it down to about 20 to 25 minutes. So we'll try to make it as low as we possibly can so that way everybody keeps their interest. I don't want to go too long, although if people do want me to go an hour, hour and a half, I'll be out here till about midnight tonight. So about 3 hours. Just running a couple more tests. Another new equipment that I got is the field flattener and focal reducer for the QHY. And with that, it flattens the field. It's a little tough. I was talking to a couple people over the last couple of weeks about a field flattener, and what you have to do with that is you have to get the exact distance from the sensor of the camera to the actual field flattener. And you have to figure out the distance of the sensor to the glass of your actual camera, and then figure out everything else. Because if, like a magnifying glass, is if you are too close, it gets too big, but if you're too far, it's too small. You got to find just the right distance. Same thing with the field flatteners. You got to get the exact distance, or it's not going to work. So the best thing you can do is to just try as many adapters as possible. Whatever works, great. Whatever doesn't, just return it, because there's not much you can really do with that. So that took a while. That took about 2 weeks, because as everybody knows, that the weather is absolutely atrocious in January, February, and March. So I only got out here maybe 2 times since January 1st. So waiting and just waiting, hoping that the weather's going to get better and better. We are starting to turn that corner. So now we're getting into the middle of April, going into May. We're going to start seeing a string of good days. I would probably say 2 times a week, I'm hoping. And then from there, we're just going to keep going. So right now guiding, we're at step 35, so it's still got a bit of a distance. At 15, we need to be about 22 for the distance. So that's going to take some time. We're going to wait and see. Now, the moon is out, so that's part of the other reason why I'm not really going to be doing too much tonight for, nebulas or, galaxies. They're not going, all out, because it's a full moon. So not really going to be getting that much, but I just want to test out a few things with the coma corrector or field flattener. And then also I want to test out the other camera, which is the Orion G3. If anybody did not know, last year in November, going to be like the last and final sessions that I had, that was practice sessions, the camera died. And with that, I had to take it back to Orion. And Orion couldn't fix it. They said it was irreparable. And there was nothing that they can do to fix it. They said it was an electrical problem, and I had to take it to a computer hardware store. And I did. And they said they couldn't fix it either. Luckily, the wonderful, wonderful people at the BSP, which is the Backyard Space Program, wonderful people out in Virginia, was willing to help me out and fix that camera. And I want to thank Jeff Martin and Kyle Maddox for helping me in late November, early December, by fixing the problem. Apparently it wasn't a short in the board, but there was something wrong with it. They couldn't get the fan going. They had to resolder everything and get everything back to the way it was. They sent it back, and it was working great. I got it back, I think it was January 7th or January 8th. So everything was fantastic. Didn't get a chance to use it for about a month. So that sat in here for over a month before I could actually use it. So Oh good, the fan's off. So once I got that, then I could use it. The only problem was they were so excited they left fingerprints on the actual glass in front of the sensor. So last week I had to take it apart myself and actually figure it out. And that took a little bit of time, and I broke one of the wires. So I personally had to resolder the entire camera and make sure everything was working again and clean the glass. So tonight is the first night that I actually get to try this and actually see if it's working. I know that it's hooked up, so we are good. I'm going to pull up Orion while we're waiting and actually connect the camera. And we're going to get that. And it's connected, as everybody can see. So we're good to go with that. Okay, so that's all set, and then I'll wait for this to be finished, and then I'll open up this one. So now we got both of them set up and both of them ready to go. And now we're just waiting for this to finish up here. Right now it's 9:18 Eastern Time. So a couple of people I've been talking to throughout the day, they are 5 hours ahead. So right now it's in the middle of the night. If it shows that I'm not looking at the camera, I have my big flat screen television right here. So you can't see it because it's actually on the other side. But I look at the big screen because it's just easier than trying to be hunched over like this to try to see if I can find something on the actual laptop itself. So I have this hooked up to the 42-inch, which makes life about 1,000 times easier. So that way I can see stars, I can see movement, and I can see pretty much anything. So this makes astrophotography so much fun. And if anybody ever wants to come out and join me on a clear night, by all means, let me know. May have to move the mount just a tiny bit because it's not catching it. And I think part of the, as I said, part of the other problem is where the moon is located. I'm going to pull up Starry Night and show everybody where it is in comparison to the moon. There it is. Yeah, so I mean, there's the moon there, and that's where we're shooting tonight. So no matter where you go, it's going to be pretty bad considering it's the moon right now is what, 95%, something like that. So yeah, magnitude -12. So if you go over here, it's going to be bright. If you go over here, it's going to be bright. No matter where you go, it's going to be pretty tough for guiding for pretty much anything. So it's going to be a challenging night, but I think we might be okay. I think we might be all right. Yeah, it's going, so that's great. It's just going to take some time. When the moon's not there, I can probably go, I would probably say 30 minutes. Before the weather really changed and got really bad, I was pulling out 30-minute exposures, which is 1,800 seconds. And it was looking phenomenal. And actually, I think I might be able to pull up, let me see, is it 5070? No, it's 6 minutes. 434, 13, there it is. So this is the 1,800 second one. This is the Horsehead Nebula and the Flame. And this was a 30-minute exposure. I'll move this down. And you can see that the stars were pretty close to pinpoint. So this was the 1,800 seconds, and I can zoom in here. I know it's going to look kind of like square, but let me just demosaic it so that way you can see what it looks like through that. And it's going to be red because it was taken in hydrogen alpha, but you can see the stars were, the focus was tiny, I mean, very, very minimal. But this was just one exposure. This wasn't like, you know, stacked or processed or anything. This was just a single, and it's right there. And you can see the Horsehead right there. And I took, I think it was 4 that night. There's one there. Yeah, I took 4. And then I also took 2 at 1320. And then I tried to do a hydrogen beta that night, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to that night because the clouds started to come in, so I never really got a chance to really see what it looked like with hydrogen beta and hydrogen alpha. So I wanted to stack it and combine it and see, but it just didn't turn out the way I wanted to. And this is the other one that was 30 minutes. Let me just pull that one down. Yeah, It's turned out really well. I mean, I was really impressed. And there it is there. Now, of course, this is not with the red channel because I had to extract the red channel, and I don't remember if I did. Recon OS. Yes, I did. Okay, I did do it with the red. This is with the red channel taken out and only using that, and then subtracting the green and the blue channels. So this is actually more detailed. So you can really see the gray, which is actually the hydrogen alpha gases. There you go. So you can actually see the nebulosity going through here and around, and you can actually see like it's like a fire going through there. And the flame turned out really well too. I did take some test shots last night, or not last night, last time I was out here and got M13. Wanted to take a few things to see how the actual coma was for the field flattener, and it turned out pretty well. As much spacers as I had, it didn't turn out too bad. There was a little bit of like an arrow at the corners, but the center point looked really good. And this was M13, which is the Hercules cluster. And the focus was pretty good. And I think this one was 10 minutes? I think these were 10-minute exposures, I think. So what this is, it's a focal reducer also, because that's another thing I forgot to tell you everybody about, is with the focal reducer, it actually enhances the field, or increases the field, so it actually is a little bit bigger than I had it before. So most likely I think it was like out to about here. So like that distance all the way around. So I gained this much off of the actual image, and a lot of people would think, well, that's not that much. But if you really think about it, you know, we usually cut this little part out anyways because of with the vignetting or the coma. But since I actually increased the field, I don't have to do that, and I actually get more. So that means if I'm doing mosaics in May, June, and July, I'll actually be able to use less images because it's actually bigger. The other good thing about this is it's less light, or faster for light to get to the sensor, because the F ratio is lower by 0.8 times. So I'll actually be able to get a little bit more detail on the actual image. So we should be in good shape with imaging now, because like a 30-minute image in November without the field flattener, I could probably get the same thing now with about a 25-minute image, because it's a lower F ratio. So I was going at about... I was at 6.81. And now I'm going to be at 5.45. So it's going to go down even further down, and that's not bad. 5.45 is not terrible. The lower the number, the better you want to be. So 5.45 is not atrocious. I could handle that. I had a reflector, my Newtonian, my 6-inch reflector was 5.1. And that was a really, really good telescope. So, and that was a pretty fast one. Now I know you can get Hyperstar, you can get a whole bunch of things to get it down to like 2.6 or 2.2, and there's some refractors out there that are like 2.1, and like a 5-minute image on a Hyperstar is like a 40 minutes on another refractor. That's just how it is. It's more expensive. So... I think what I might be doing is, for future episodes, I might do the guiding calibration before the episode starts. How does everybody feel about that? I think that's what I'll probably do. This probably takes the most time, And I didn't expect it to take this long, but with the moon, we all make mistakes, I guess. That's okay. I mean, it is what it is. There's not much I can do. Yeah, and I know I'm looking at that now, the picture on the bottom right. Yeah. Really can't see much. Oh well, I can't, we all make mistakes. And I also did do a 2-star alignment on this. I just did last alignment. So like, possibly could be another reason why. But was running really, really behind on time. So I wanted to start right at 9 o'clock. So I didn't get a chance to really get out here and like get everything together super fast. So I didn't do the 2-star alignment, which could have prevented a lot of this, but tomorrow's supposed to be clear, so I'm hoping tomorrow we'll have these little bugs all figured out. Let me grab the focuser, the electric focuser. Let's see if that goes in or out. That's going out. See if that goes in. I think that might do it right there. I don't know. Oh, maybe. Now, of course, the star's moving because it's still trying to guide, so yeah, I'm going to give it a little bit of time here, but I think it's getting closer. Getting closer. Yep. Focus is starting to come in. Yay! So let's see. How does that look, everybody? Is that good? I think so. I think that's good. I don't think I can't get any better than that. I think that's good. What does everybody think? Good? Let's take a quick preview and see what the stars look like between then and now. Oh, of course. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'd say so. Maybe this part of the sky is just not working with me at all. Oh boy. Knocking things down here. Knocking everything down. You know, I could try this comet. What is this comet at? 6.61. You want to know what? I think we're going to try the first ever comet. I think we can try that. Because I think that's exactly what we're going to do. How close is it? See if that's right there or not. It's a 6th magnitude comet, so it's got to be right in view. I think that's it right there. Sure looks like it. I think that's it right there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's actually not... Yeah, that's right where I want it to be. Okay, we could try this and see. See if it's in view with this one. Try 25-second exposure. It's a 6 magnitude, so we'll see. We could try... 24 seconds with that one. We'll see. I think that's it right there. Oops, too much. That sure looks like it right there. That's gotta be it right there. That'd have to be it right there, it looks like. That looks like it's right in the middle there. The only way to know is to just do a huge exposure to see. That looks like it. That's it. Yeah, that's definitely it, because that's it right there. Yeah, that's definitely the comet. That's pretty cool. So I'll be able to just guide off of that. Alright, we'll see what this does. But we made some progress, so I overcompensated this. So we'll see what this does. And we should be guiding. That's fine. Close. We'll see what it looks like. See what that does. Alright. I just want to see what this looks like since I cleaned it. It may not be perfect guiding, but we're going to try this and see if this works. Ascension aggression, we'll bring that down. I definitely cleaned it. It looks a lot better. Oh god, yeah, there's just that one mark. That's it. So that looks great. Okay, good. Alright, so that camera looks great. Oh, my neck. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. Okay. That looks pretty cool. That's actually really neat. So 118, so we might as well just do 180. I know it's 2017, I haven't made a new folder yet, but we'll just do Comet. Give it a shot, why not? see if the comet moves. Not bad. It's not bad at all. Within a pixel and a half, so that's not bad. Okay, good. Alright, cool. See what the star does. We'll see if this moves. Oh, yeah, well. There we go. Now we'll be able to see if the comet moves or not. So it's 41P Tuttle Giacobini Krasik. Wow. So it says it's 8.2 magnitude, but Starry Nights has it at 6. Distance is 0.1 AUs away, which is roughly 21 million kilometers away. Well, let's see if the comet moves. Yep. Comet moved. That's awesome. Alright, cool. So it's moving. That is sweet. Its orbital period is 5 years. And its diameter is 1 kilometer. And it's 1/10,000th of the size of the Earth. And its apparent size is 0.0 arc seconds. And it's 69% illuminated. How about that? Now that is really cool. Should have moved it so that way I can get it in both frames, but that's fine. I'm not worried about it. As long as I can get that cleaned and that's ready to go. Awesome, I'll take a few of these. At least we'll have something tonight. That is not bad at all. That is really cool. Alright, we'll see if it moves again. That is so cool. Take a couple more of these. Pull this up. We should be able to see the star, the actual comet move. Yep, it's moving. Moving to the side. Yep, that is so cool. You can see the comet, it's actually shifting this way, going all the way down. And the more I put in here, the more it's going to move. And eventually I'll put this into a video and actually watch it move. one into the other one. And we'll just watch it move again. There it goes. That is awesome. That is super awesome. That is really cool. Take one more and then we'll call it quits for tonight. Again, I'm going to edit this video. Tonight was just a test for a lot of things. One, I wanted to test out the stream. Test out to see how long it can go and how many times it would cap out. Wanted to see how the internet, because that's another thing too, as I got new internet and I wanted to see how everything was going with that. So I'm going to look back at the video tomorrow and see how everything is going and edit it, make sure everything is good, so this way in the next video we'll have everything going well. So looking good. Tomorrow I'll actually start some serious stuff. We'll actually be going out after serious objects and actually going long exposure. I'm going to do guiding beforehand. So I'm planning to be out here at about 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And guiding I'll have all set up by 8:30. So this way when I get the actual stream going, everything will be set and ready to go. So this way there'll be no waiting and hemming and hawing, and I'll have everything all set up from there. Again, as I said, I'm going to be getting a light for the mount, so you'll actually be able to see the actual mount itself outside and actually moving. I'll get that tomorrow sometime before dusk. Guiding is all over the place. It's okay. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's doable. So biggest thing is checking the Orion camera to see how much dirt there was on there after I cleaned it and actually took it apart, and looks a lot better. So we're good to go with that. And this will be the last one. And it moved again. Okay. Alright, so then I'll just add this one in here, and I'll take this one down. And we'll watch it move one last time. There it goes. Alright, and actually the stars don't look too horrible on the ends. They actually look pretty decent on the corners. They don't look horrible. So, alright, we are good to go. If anybody has any questions, again, message me. Again, I'll be out here tomorrow, a little after 9 o'clock. I will post something on Facebook. I will also post something on my website. Again, it's elliot-astronomy.com. And just look for the updates from there. But other than that, everybody have a great night. Bye.